Hello everyone, welcome back to the Battlefield Siege Ryan here. We are playing Rat Blade, baby. Rat Blade. Let's go. It's the kind of it's obviously a very similar shell to glintblade. I guess I just want to lean more onto the ninja builds. What I was thinking about with this Orsov list is, and generally with glintblade, is that everyone runs like the fanatical offering-esque cards. And I understand this is meant to be like a black-white control list, but I get kind of tired of I felt like every time I've played this in leagues, it's just done poorly. And I just think there's better control decks in the format. And this essentially is a black-white control list. Like, you play all these artifacts and whatnot, and then you use the Fanatical Offering, sacrifice, draw cards, blah, blah, blah. But I think what this deck wants to be doing is it wants to be more tempo-based. It wants to play to the board more and build up from there. So I've tweaked it a fair bit. It's running more rats, and I'm very happy about this. And I think it's just the epitome of it anyway, is this refurbished familiar. Look at this bad boy. It's a zombie rat, and we all know how powerful it is. It's just a crack card. But essentially, it's working similar like with the synth list, where you're playing the novice inspectors, raven inspectors, but instead of all those bolts in the background, we're running those ninjas. So we're running the Orokusaki, and also the one Leonardo Big Brother. My whole idea is we just want to be playing to the board, playing Grim Bulls, Tartan Blades, picking them up with Glint Hawks or Core Skyfishes, or picking them up more convolutedly through the ninjas, and then picking up the Glint Hawks, then playing the Glint Hawks and playing them again, or just chaining these refurbished familiars. I think this is in a good place right now because this deck's really good against Terror, and it's really good against Madness Burn, I feel, because it hits creatures well, and it also runs like the Mugatai Ambusher, which is another rat ninja, which is just ninjutsu lifelink. Get in, do the same thing, return the refurbished familiars and whatnot. So I feel like it's just a really nice curve. It gets through things very well. I did a general sideboard. I talk about this more in my wrap up, but yeah. 4 Dawnbringer Clerics for the more that aggro-y stuff, waste the exile graveyards like Prismatic Strands, Dust to Dust for the Affinity, and I love this rat so much. Whenever I can play this rat, I'm playing it. It's just such a good card, a Keeper Gang Shinobi. When you deal damage with it, they're discarding 2 cards. It's a pseudo Hymn to Torak, which is what I like. 2 more Arms of Hadar just to get around those bigger aggro builds, and then 3 Duress, I think, just for those controller matchups. This is kind of the list. I think probably just you can go to my wrap up anyway, but I do feel like this list maybe wants to run 1 or 2 more lands, but we'll see in the league anyway. If you do enjoy these videos, please feel free to like and subscribe. It does help out the channel a fair bit. I know I play a lot of brews. I'm probably a little bit more flexible in what I do play. I was really keen to play a league after the asking stuff a bit more, something a bit more compy. So I hope you like this kind of style. I'm still trying to bring in a bit of the brews as well into it and tweaking decks as they are. And yeah, if you do want to use my code Siege Ryan, come through Matter Traders, you get a little bit of money off, which is always nice. You can play as many Pauper decks as you want if you use their loan program. And without further ado, I think we just jump into it. I'll see you in the first one. All right, good way to start it. We're on the plate. Let's have a look. Looky-loo. Yeah, look, that sounds good. We'll obviously start with this Goldmine Bridge, play out this Novice Inspector, and then go from there. I mean, yeah. It's kind of good as well because we've got this Grim Ball in case it's like a bit more of a fishing creature deck that they're playing, but they're multi-5, which is a little bit grim for them. Let's see what we can do, eh? Not like the 5s are rough in the league. But we had a couple of those hands from playing the red decks we're playing. They're deciding whether to keep 5 or might be too cooked. Alright, they kept. Alright, so we're on the play. At least they get a draw. Play our tap land and go. So, yeah. I mean, if they're just a creature deck and they multi-5 and they just drop a creature, they're pretty cooked here. But they haven't. Okay. Cool. We'll just play the headquarters. Hopefully we're just playing against Terror and then we can just hit them with the good old bog. So we're holding off on the Bijix Bog because it's likely that they are playing Terror. I mean, they could be playing Fairies, which is still pretty good for us. Looks like they're playing. Yeah, so we'll hit them with the Bog. Because, I mean, if they Thought Scour, they can almost play a Terror if they hit 2 instants or sorceries. So a Bog's absolutely huge here. We'll attack first and see what they do. Otherwise, I mean, our hand's just absolutely cooked again. Yeah, so we'll attack. We'll play the Refurbished Familiar first. So then if they just counterspell, we can then Bog. Yep. This definitely, yeah. So now we can play this. We slow them down quite a lot now. And then, you know, this Grim Bauble's obviously like a mulligan against this, unless they're the Delver version. But I mean, Suffocating Fumes isn't that good unless they're playing Memory Mystic. But the fact that we have this Tithing Blade's good. We've got a Glint Hawk. Interesting. Let's just attack. I mean, I'm more inclined of hoping this Refurbished Familiar resolves. We're holding on to this Glint Hawk. Okay, that resolved. That's like not good for them because now we can just play this Glint Hawk and return the Refurbished Familiar. Pretty cracked. Yes, please. Look at this one. If we really wanted to, we could have returned the land if we wanted to and replayed the land for added stuff, but I think controlling like this is going to be the way to go. They're still quite far off. They might have to do like a Thought Scour into something, but attack for 3. May as well play Brave Inspector first because it's free with Refurbished Familiar. Drop this boy. Yeah. Rough one. Yeah, so they got lots of terrors and stuff like that. This Tithing Blade's not going to be fun for them. Although they probably have like a Spell Pierce in their hand. I mean, if they have to do this, we can't get a turn now to... Alright, got a Tithing Blade. Let's just draw a card first and see if we can hit anything fun. Basilica. Let's attack with everything. We'll return this Bog to our hand with the Basilica. And I mean, we can't play anything else anyway. We could play the Bauble, but like, let's just keep it in hand just in case if they have a Delver, or if they have a Memory Mystic or something. You want to just do something. The Memory Mystic stuff doesn't matter too much, though. Yeah, there's the thing. Our deck's like a control deck, so we're still like 2 turns away from doing anything fun. There's the Delver of Secrets. My gosh, our hand has really lined up well against them here. Well, let's just start with... Play it all, really. Let's just start with Grim Bull, because I think that would just probably concede this. Play this Raven Spectre. We just play it all out, you know. We're definitely playing that to exile the graveyard. Attack with everything, and then you just probably crack a clue on their end step. This felt pretty good. Yeah, looking for something. I think it's probably a bit too hard now, especially because we got the flyers in the air. Like, they have no flyers. They can't play Mystic and stuff for everything. Got lethal in the air. We got ways to remove their creatures in our hand. We don't have to do anything specific, really. We can just, yeah, cook them with the Raven Inspector, sadly. Okay. Oh, they might just play a Terror, I guess. And they're giving it a real good college try here. Let's just crack a clue. Yeah. We can see there how many Sleeper Deads they run. I'm not a big fan of these Grim Baubles because we got... I mean, really, we don't have much for them, but I don't mind the Duresses. I feel like that can hit them off sometimes. Honestly, our main deck's just very good at dealing with them. I think the Duresses just handle these random spell pierces and stuff like that. Don't bring a Cleric and do anything. Arms without into a lot. Can maybe cut the Fumes on a Duress. I kind of want to keep one in just in case if they go nuts with the Memory Mystic. It's the only way we're going to get back into the game. But I think the rest is fine. We could cut these ambushes and bring in the big ninja. But once that ninja's in, it's in. I would rather this as like a value engine, just a little bit quicker, you know what I mean? We'll keep this because we can play a turn 2 Refurbished Familiar and then attack, probably just play it like we eating good. That's if it resolves. If it doesn't resolve, we are in trouble. It might even be worth if we draw a Duress to wait. Oh, okay, now we can just play it, which is good. And we can attack, then we can ambush her. Play it again. Because it's an artifact creature. for that. I'm quite happy to be able to play. I was wanting to even like look up some of these some of these extra lands as like a null. That is huge. All right, that's not good for us. I might even fire off this Thraben Charm just to get a little bit ahead of the game. Not playing anything else. Or we just rip another one off the top. So that's pretty good. I mean, we'll play the Goldmine Bridge because it's still costless. We'll just play this again. I think it's going to be counterspelled. I think the Refresh Familiar was the issue. They have the other null. I kind of want to hold onto the Glint Hawk. Yeah, I kind of want to hold onto the Glint Hawk. If we draw a Typing Blade or a Lembis, it's not as good. I mean, very permission heavy hand here. Let's just see what's going on there. I think we'll play this one. See what's going on. Depending on how things are here, I might choose this Raven Charm because we're not playing creatures anytime soon. I think we might just play it as a way to counterspelling. Okay. I think now let's exile the graveyard. And then we just play the Glint Hawk as like a threat. See if this resolves though. It might have a spell. It does resolve. Let's play a Glint Hawk so it can just start some of the shenanigans. We'll just change it then. A bit more of a bizarre turn of events, but that's what happens if they null Refresh Familiar twice, you know. Oh, that's good. At least they hit a double island off that. I mean, I could have waited for the Thraben Charm. No, I couldn't because of the land anyway. I was like, maybe I could have waited to end step, but I don't think that was correct anyway. We're lucky they ripped just 2 islands off that Thoughts Cower. So they're pretty far away from playing a Terra. But we're very slow going. Spell Pierce in. And also that counterspell must have been their last counterspell or something, maybe. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're pretty close to playing it. I mean, I kind of want to. No, let's get the Ambusher in. I think just some extra damage. I think is fine. It would be better to do Novice Inspector, but I'm expecting a Serpent next turn, so I don't want to go too crazy. I mean, really, we could just play both out, I guess. Or play the Glint Hawk first there. Let's just pick up the Mukotai again. And then I think we're going to actually be using a lot of our lands here. So if we don't play Serpent, then at least we can take back this this Novice Inspector. Like, or if we draw like a, you know, a sacrifice effect or something like that. Again, though, I think they shuffled as well. Okay, they did get it. I think that Terra's off the top though. Double Terra. Okay. Let's just see. I think they still have like an old shenanigans. Let's play Lembas, see what we hit. They might annul this as well, to be honest. Yeah, okay. Had a lot of those kicking around. So our options are we could do a clue, but our 1-drops aren't really that crazy. I think we're honestly almost better just playing, doing the Glint Hawk, Mukotai, Ambusher, just returning it again. It's not the best case of events here, but again, if we draw a Lembas, then we can do. And it's a good way to actually just get through all these Tolarian Terrors. Might even just because we have the Lembas, we can do this Mukotai again and Glint Hawk, so let's play it again. It's a very weird cycling here, but it's honestly probably the way we're going to win this game. Like it's gained us 6 life. Maybe we should play this Glint Hook earlier. Like he's isn't cracking in. Definitely have a better clock than us. And we needed 2 more hits to make that more relevant. Okay, now they've got a Serpent. That's a bit more hate. Oroku's nice. I mean, Novice Inspector's blocking the Serpent. I think let's attack with the Glint Hawk and sneak in the Orokai. If they have Sleep of the Dead, it's going to be a lot worse. I just think they have like another... They've gone through like 4 nulls, I think. That's nice. Let's just play the Refurbished Familiar. That resolves. And now we can just play Glint Hawk with the Refurbished Familiar again. Good sequence of events drawing up the Refurbished Familiar. Turns out it's a fantastic card. And it is... LPS. Okay. Alright. Well, now I think what we do... We obviously just block the Serpent, take 10, go to 5, and then we'll just play the Ambusher outright. Block this. Go to 5. We've got 2, 4, 2, 4, 7. We've got Lembus as well. Got 1 card left. I mean, we can reset a lot of stuff. Let's attack. Ooh. Draw a land and then we can also do the Lembus. Let's just attack first. Now let's return. We'll take this, and I kind of just want enough flies around, so we need a block. I think Blade's very good. Oh, I was meant to, sorry. I think I just lost the game because of that. If I play 1, block 1, kind of cool now. I was meant to sneak. Still would have gone to 7. Oh gosh, I F6 through it too much. But F6 here, see if I can still win this game. I don't think I can. I think I just cooked myself. If I did the sneak, sorry, I would have done this. Return the Glint Hawk. Would have gone to 7. Played the Glint Hawk. Played Refurbished Familiar. And then we would have gone up to 7, had 2 blocks. And then we would have had lethal coming in against them and a Tarting Blade. Alas. I'm gonna land. Yeah, even if we draw a Novice Inspector, we're cooked. That's not going to mustard either, I don't think. It's close though. Very close. If we had another land, we could have done it, I think. So, yeah, because it's going to discard, so we're not going to be able to draw a land off them. Play this. That was my mistake. We actually did have lethal, sorry. I just F6. And I did talk through my turn, but I just F6 too quickly. I'm tempted to bring this in, but it's probably a bit too much. And also with the ways that they can do stuff as well. We could bring in 1. It's a bit too slow. Let's just run it back. Sorry, team, that was me. I did have the win, and I did say I had the win. I would have just done what I said I did, but alas. All right, let's fire it off. I mean, this hand's quite good, so I think we still start with the headquarters. I guess if we draw an artifact land untapped, we can go. Look, let's just cast Duress. Because if we can play this Refurbished Familiar earlier, it's I don't care about the dispels too much. Brainstorm build. I can't take the Lorien Revealed. I'm going to take the lowering revealed. We'll pass. So if we just, they don't have a null, which is nice, which means if we do Lamber off one, then it's good. We have something for the starting block for this Terror when it comes out. Let's just play this. I mean, double Typing Blade's nice. And let's see if we just do a little bit better this time, eh? They can do their Thought Scour, we can bog next turn. Mental Note, Island Thought Scour. Okay. The bog will slow them down as well. This spell's interesting because we're not actually running. I mean, we're running the Thraben Charms, don't get me wrong. Like, that's one thing that we're doing. Play this. And we can't do much more on that, but we will just play this, target them, close them down, and then we have this Refurbished Familiar next turn. Too. So I was thinking about running just like a couple more with the swamps and whatnot. Is playing the Brainstorm. We know about the Brainstorm. I mean, now we know nothing about it. So let's just go Tolarian Terror. I thought it's kind of meant to know the ton. So all we know is that they have a Dispel and a Tolarian Terror in hand. It's unknown. So we'll just leave it there. 2 instants. Still a little bit off. Good for us. I think we're going to do the Oroku first. Yeah, let's attack. Yeah, because we might get a tap land as well. That's an artifact. So we'll attack. I'm just playing hard mode, that's why. Draw a card, which is what I really want to do. And now we can activate Thraben Inspector. The one. Yeah, so we can actually play land, Thraben Inspector, and then play this Refurbished Familiar, which is pretty cracked. If it resolves though, they might have it be sad for us. But this Oroku is just staying in play. We got double Typing Blade here, clues. Good hand for us. And they might need to tap out anyway to play a Serpent. Yeah, I think this Typing Blade is just gonna end this person's whole career. Just because I've got 2. If we connect with this Oracle again, I'm going to feel very good about that. Very good about that. Mental Note. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's Terror. But we have 2 Typing Blades in our hand, you know. We can crack them with everything. Let's just play it. Blade. And with no point in cracking a clue just right now, we just attack with everything. One of those. Let's just crack a clue first, because we might. The Devo fits Hawk. We'll play that and pick up with the Jog. Then we don't have to deal with any other terrors terrorizing us. Hopefully, I mean, it's likely that I can have a counterspell now. 2 terrors, alright. Don't get me wrong, it's good. It's very good. Let's just start with a Typing Blade, I think. They're looking for an answer, but I'm not too worried about that because we can just bounce it and play it again. Alright, now we can do it twice. Play this, pick it up, get in with everything. Yeah, there we go. Alright, let's play the next one. Alright, we'll keep this because we can actually, well, we can't actually go off with a Refurbished Familiar if we draw it, but I think it's still pretty nice to be able to go Ancient Den. Novice Inspector. If we play against Fairies, this hand's pretty cracked against it. Rimbauble and Suffocating Fumes is always good, especially main deck, you know. Pass. And we can still play Refurbished Familiar, sorry, off the Swamp, so still a pretty good turn. Well, if we're playing against Terror again, Terror's nice to play against, but not twice in a row, you know. I mean, it's probably a good matchup for us, so. Okay, they just conceded. All right, let's jump into sideboarding here. They just saw an ancient den, so I mean, let's just bring in duresses. I'm going to hedge that this is the same deck we just played against. So I will cut like, suffocating fumes. I don't mind the ambushes, like I said. Grim balls are grim. Plenty of ways to handle their other stuff. It's just whether I want to bring in an Akiba Gang Shinobi, which I don't think I do. I don't think I do. I think this is fine. Again, suffocating fumes can kind of work. You can kind of just like at least we can cycle it. They're playing Murmuring Mystic. It deals if they go crazy. So let's just get one in the deck. Alright, they're playing first. I mean, this hand's pretty good. I think what I do is go Goldmire. Because I'd rather lead with Refurbished Familiar. It sounds good. Alright, they're playing Dimir. Okay, well, I'm glad we brought in what we did. And the Suffocating Fumes can kind of be nice just against, like, just generalized, you know, whatchamacallits, like sneaky snackers and stuff like that. But anyway. Okay, let's go land. Well, they're in for a rude shock because we're just going to be playing this Thraben. We're going to be playing 2 Thraben Inspectors. That's what we're going to be doing here. So we'll play a Thraben Inspector. They're great for blocks, you know. And then we just play another one. And the next turn, at least, we can go Refurbished Familiar. Maybe return it with Glinthawk. Depends on what they do. If we're playing against this Terror list, I'd rather be able to have a spot for if we draw our Tithing Blades, we can at least return them. 2 lands. Bit of a sad rip from them. We'll just attack first. I think an Oroku would actually be probably our best draw. Or Skyfisher. Let's just attack. And hear me out. I kind of actually don't want to play this Refurbished Familiar yet. I actually want to play this Lembus. It uses our mana the best, and then I want to no Mega Threat yet. And I'd just rather not deal. I'd rather this not get counted because this Refurbished Familiar is the way we're probably going to be winning this game. Is Flyers. Yeah, we knew whatever was going to be played was going to. They only got 2 spells in the graveyard. They haven't played another Thought Scour, so they're quite a fair while off unless they draw a Thought Scour here and they can play a Terror. I'm happy with the tap out here. Gurmag Angler. Okay. Well, we can also just play all our spells here. So let's just go Refurbished Familiar, and then we can Glinthawk return it, and then we can actually Thraben Charm it. Unexpected Fangs, that's good. Then we can play this, return it. Tapped out, so we can just go Thraben Charm, cast, deal 6 to that, and then we can get in with our 2 little Thraben Inspectors Bowler. So just Dimir Terror. And now they've like don't have any instant sorceries. I mean, they can actually just play another one of these, but we do have a Thraben Charm in the back burner here. Now let's just see if we can let's attack first and see if we can resolve this Refurbished Familiar first, because that's what I want to return. Refurbished Familiar. I smell a counterspell. If you're not doing anything else, like, this feels like counterspell. That's fine. Let's just add to our clock. Play this, return Thraben Spec, just play it again. We can look for answers later on, you know. Pass. 4 mana. Ways to deal with the creature if they play it. There's so it's just more if they have like a spell pierce, I guess. We'll just do a main phase, I think. Let's just fire this off main phase. They might have a spell pierce, but I just want to see if this is good enough. Because otherwise we're playing the ward cost, you know what I mean? I don't even mind if they spell pierce this because I feel like unless they play another Terra, we're in a curve. That happens. Play our tap land. Just get them with our flyers. They're on a 3-turn clock. And that doesn't change, so we can block with the Thraven Inspector next turn. It doesn't really bother me. We have mono blockers with these other Thraven Inspectors. Block. Unexpected Fangs makes me think they have an unexpected in their hand. There was no universe we could get around a Spell Pierce. They do have a... Okay, that makes things a lot harder for us. We do need to draw a Blade now. But we have lots of draws, lots of blocks. Mukotai is interesting. We'll just crack a clue first. See what we hit. We kind of, like, attacking doesn't really do anything. We kind of need to draw something for this now. Let's attack with everything, and then we'll just put this Mukotai in and return this Raven Inspector. We do have things for this, you know. See how we go. We technically have a better clock. We're gaining life and got blockers and whatnot. We also just outright block this Tolarian Terror. It does make sense. Like, I was thinking if they discard an Unexpected Fangs, it makes me think they have another Unexpected Fangs. But they attack, we have life as well. The exact end of the world. 7. I'll still want to crack these clues and see if we can get something. Because that is not what I want. We will still attack everything. And I think we just Glint Hawk return this. If they got nothing else, then that's okay with me. Probably just overwhelm them with what we have. I want to keep all the lands in. So the headquarters gain another life. Let's just let them hit because we have plenty of life. The Fangs does make things a little bit different. Guess we could have just played a land to crack a clue. Is the option. I just want all the untapped mana in case we draw like a Tithing Blade, we have to fight over it, you know what I mean? They're going to 3 or 6. I mean, this is, unless they play a Gurmag, this is like, or another Terror, lethal. Like, we can do 9 to them. Yeah, they do have another one. Okay. Let's just draw a removal spell, eh? And that's not terrible. Play control a fair bit more. If this Refurbished Familiar resolves. 3 cards in hand, I feel like it's not going to be resolving. It does resolve. Okay. Let's just, what do they discard? Exploring Review. I kind of want to play this all out now. I was just checking to make sure I had enough artifacts so this was like what it was. So we can play this, and then we can still move to Tie Ambusher. The counterspell will spell that. Interesting. And not the Refurbished Familiar. Let us play a land and crack a clue first. We'll go crazy. And then we will attack and just return a Glint Hawk, I guess. And then we can use the Glint Hawk next turn to bounce the Refurbished Familiar and try and draw out of this a little bit. It is a very close game here. We're on lots of things. One card left. I feel like we can quite easily just try and find something here. I think the thing is as well is if they attack, we have what 2, 4, 6, 9. If they can go to 8, but we have lethal in the air. Need a cast down. Yeah, that's what they're looking for here, a cast down. I think if they attack, we just take it all. Hopefully they don't have a third unexpected fangs, which you kind of get because like madness is just rampant here. They're looking for that cast down. This will definitely telegraph if they have it or not. Or asleep. But normally they just have like the cast down. So I think they found it. I mean, we'll know if they attack with both their creatures. We'll attack with the Tillarian Terror, then that's that. We'll take it. Tapping out. What? Go mag. Okay. So they go block, and they 2, 4, 6, 7. That's just one off. Very close. I'm just thinking. I really can't remove both, but I can play double glint or hook refurbish familiar, get rid of the last 2 cards, have more blocks. I think it's fine if we just do. Let's just do that. Let's attack with the 3 flyers. And unexpected fangs. And then we should be able to just kind of block around with just this ground threats, because this should do the trick. Yes. And this. Play this. Get rid of everything in their hand. And then they just rip it off the top now. And we'll keep our land in hand as well. Oh, that was a huge hit. That was a huge hit. That's why I keep the suffocating fumes, and if they played that and had a brainstorm off the top. What's their last card? It was a brainstorm. It was literally the 2 cards I was kind of worried about. We'll just hold onto this land. We'll pass. And yeah, they can't really, they can drop us to 6, but now we got what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 damage in the air. They have to find, even if they find a cast down, we have lethal. We can block 2 creatures. Yeah. That was, there we go. We'll keep this hand. We are on the draw. It kind of works if we want to play this bauble out. And then we just have the ability to go crazy with this. Okay, we're probably going to play bauble on turn 1 here. Drum, okay. That's a cool planes, my dude. So they're playing that fast deck. I mean, they're 2-0 right now, so more power to them. I'm fine with Grimbulling literally anything because we want to use these Glint Hawks. Alright, well, we can't Grimbulble that. And we know we can't Grimbulble that. So I think what we'll do is just play a tap land. They go. That way, if they start playing more creatures, we can crowd control it with we can go Grimbulble, Glint Hawk, return Grimbulble. And we'll see how we go against this kind of deck. I'm going to hit that because we were talking about when we were playing this deck how Mardu Devotee can help. So I'm curious if, I mean, we're definitely going to hit that because the Scries are valuable for this kind of deck. I mean, they might also just tap it in, attack and tap it and then put a Leonardo in. I mean, it's still going to be there. Top bottom. Okay, so they have a land coming along the way. The question is, do you bring Dust Darts against this deck? Can we hit that now? I don't want them to. No. This is like effectively the same thing. Let's do some crowd control. We'll play land. Go Grimbauble. Hit the Devotee. And then we will take Glint Hawk. Yes. We do need to draw some land, otherwise we're pretty cooked actually. We've got 3 cards left. Currently attack with everything. So I know they kept the land on top, so that's what they drew. Draw a pack. I think we're just going to bauble again and play another Glint Hawk. And then we can use the Thraber Charm to hit the Pack Beast. Let's just bring everything down for a little bit, I think. Get one of these Inspectors. Play another Glint Hawk. A land is really setting me back here. We're playing on hard mode. Then you got one card left. I think we just play the control angle. I think what we do actually is we probably just double block the Darbell. And then we play Grimbauble, Novice Inspector, and then we can block the Saltroad Pack Beast. I mean, they can keep just playing stuff as well. Rally can be a problem. Happy for them to draw Springleaf Drums. That's sick. That is sick. Very good. And so they'll be taken for 8. Firebending lesson. Okay, but they don't have the red. We sadly take this, which feels awful. But we really need to we need to draw a land, my dude. I think what we do here is we play the Bauble again. And then we play the Inspector, unless the Refurbished Familiar can come out now. We just hit this Raven Inspector, and then we're probably just going to be double blocking something else. Target you. You can probably attack with one Glint Hawk and then double block. Can we attack with one? I really need to draw a land. That's the problem here. If I draw a land, I can Thraben Charm or... have to block next turn. And if they play Ramosin Rally, it's grim. I think we don't attack. Think about how I lose this game here. I think we would have easily won this game if we drew 2 more lands and we could play this Refurbished Familiar out. Good one. That's a good one. That's also why I want to keep these Glint Hawks around. We can double block these Ardent Recruits and what. I guess they do this as well though. Now we have to they attack with the Pack Beast, and then we just have to double block the Pack Beast. We keep the Novice Inspector around. They have a rally. They kind of a rally. Oh, they got a Captain? That's absolutely huge. To block like that, we lose the Glint Hawk. Oh, it's a Leonardo. That's GG's. Yeah, okay, cool. Alright. Again, I feel like it'd be a little bit different if we had some plans, but that's okay. Arms of Fidar is not actually that good, but I think we still bring it in. Weirdly, we could bring in the Dawnbring Clerics, just blockers. Gain life, but everything kind of... I mean, the Tartan Blades aren't that strong against them, I guess. We can't Oroku. I think we're going to keep all our creatures. The Thraben Charms are fine. Limbuses are good. One more card. I think just another Oroku, to be honest. We cut all Orokus. We can Dawnbring Cleric for some life gain. Like, they're not too crazy. Not too crazy. And Dust doesn't do too much. It doesn't hit their big creatures. And we'll keep the Leonardo around because we can actually have a big Leonardo to block their stuff. Once we control the game, I think we're fine. They do bring in... Arms of Fidar isn't that good against them because they do bring in... They have Ramosin rallies, essentially. So, I mean, we played against this deck. Kind of worked this deck, eh? I'm going to mull this. Doesn't really do a lot. This is better. We will keep this. It's a little bit slow, but, you know, we can start with a Goldmire Bridge. I want to keep it all. I think we just get rid of the Bog, sorry. Because we've got the Basilica, like, you know, we can just go land now. Brave Inspector. They mull to 6 as well. Having 2 Grim Baubles is good. Land go. Let's see what you have, opponent. Plains. Good old-fashioned Plains. It's harder to sideboard as well with their deck. I think we bauble that because of the filtering. What do they do? Top bottom? Bottom bottom. And a Walker. I think we bauble that because if they have anything specific, and also because of that, that's always good. Play this, bauble that. Some crowd control, eh? And then we'll play the Basilica. And then next turn we can, we can play another bauble if we want to. I feel better about this hand than the other hand, that's for sure. Like we actually got like blockers. So next turn we can go bauble Thraben Inspector. If we draw like a swamp, we can then play the Refurbished Familiar on top of that. So I think we're in a pretty good spot. That's a reason to run Dust to Dust as well. But like I just don't see tapping 3 mana to get rid of like a 0/3 and like an Ancient Den's that good. And yes, that's online now, but yeah, like I've got a Thraben Channel. I'm gonna save that for the big ones. Yeah, I think genuinely we just maybe we play the Refurbished Familiar instead. The Grim Bauble doesn't get better though. We're not blocking with it. I think we're just playing Thraben Inspector and the Grim Bauble because next turn we can go like Refurbished Familiar, Fisher, and draw some cards. So if we removals, we'll hit this. Play this. Say go. So we can just set up a Thraben Charm for this recruit as well. I don't think the Dust to Dust is worth it. Maybe it is. Maybe it is better than like Arms of Suffocating Fumes, I guess. It probably is better than Suffocating Fumes because we can just hit their lands and some of their creatures. You can come in for 3, mate. That's fine. That's fine with me. Now let's just discard the rest of their hand. Oh. Well, Starfish is still a little bit better. We'll play Refurbished Familiar. Discard a card, my friend. I'm gonna get you to do it. Oh. Drum. Well, that's just good blocker as well. We can double block that if we want to now. And then next time we can go Refurbished Familiar. Maybe draw a land. I mean, again, we're tied up on the whole. We haven't drawn another land now. We are running 20 lands in this deck though, so maybe it's just something to think about, I guess, for us. If they're attacking, they can run Thraben Charm. I think we actually honestly just block a Walker because I think they got like a captain to play for 1 mana. I'm happy taking 5. Well, not happy taking 5, but I'd rather just get rid of this. That's something we can get rid of as well. I mean, they lost the Metalcraft. I think we actually just Thraben Charm Leonardo. I mean, we could also just double Familiar. Again, we're just like we're a control deck. This is exactly the decks we want to play against. Got screwed with a little bit of mana. And we almost pulled through a little bit, maybe. Like they have like Salt Road Pack Beast in their hand right now and just be like, yep, doesn't do anything. Having a good hard think about what to do here. Going to end phase. Alright. Well, I think what we do is we tap and we honestly just play out this to try and hit another land. I do really want to just play double Refurbished Familiar though. If we hit a land though, it's absolutely huge. Also, them losing both the cards in their hand just cracked. So let's just do it. Let's play this, see what they discard. If it's actually just not good, then you know. Ooh, Guarding Voice. You know what? If they discarded that, then whatever is in their hand's better than a Guarding Voice. And I feel like the Guarding Voice is kind of like not too bad. Yeah, Salt Road Pack Beast. That's fine. I'm gonna just keep back these blockers. Of course, Skyfisher sits really well with these other cards, so you know, we can just put a We turned the corner there. It was very hard to back from that. I weirdly, I actually think the Dust Dust are better than his Suffocating Fumes, and probably even better than its Arms of Hadar, to be honest. Hits lands, hits their creatures, hits their drums. Doesn't really hit anything. This feels absolutely nuts and counterintuitive, but I think it actually makes sense. The Arms of Hadar just hits like Thraben Inspectors and Mardu Devotees. They've already done their job. They're on the board. And yes, they run like 12 of those, but like, we haven't seen a Mardu from them, which is one thing. I think this is fine. We can just play out all our Inspectors and hopefully get a Lembas to get a Black Spell. The Tithing Blades maybe we could have cut. They mult to 5. That's rough. That is rough. They need a critical mass with their lands. It's just a high roll deck, you know? So this is just how the deck goes. When we were playing it, this is what I felt like it was. Deck feels phenomenal when you have the hand, but sometimes it just doesn't work out and it's just clunky and slow. You know, you just draw all your Salt Road pack beasts and like 2 planes, or you know, your captains and Salt Road. You need a really good mix of it. Build multi 5. You can see what I mean by I'm thinking about the Dust to Dust here. Alright, that's most of the hand out. Okay, it did that. We are going to play a Thraben Inspector on my turn. This is kind of like low-key good because they just block so well. So we will have Thraben Inspectors. Now, we will block their Thraben Inspector if they attack because I don't want them to return that with a Leonardo. Alright, there we go. Guiding Voice. I wonder if they'll burn our Thraben Inspector. Good idea. It's a 2-3 now. Yep, and then in for 2. They only got 1 card left in their hand though. It's not really much of a clock. Just deploy the clowns, I say. Deploy the clowns. And then we're probably going to Lembas next turn. I don't know if they want to crack that clue or not. They drew a land. Probably don't want to draw any more of those. They're cracking the clue, I think, yeah. And they're playing, hopefully not the Metalcraft. I kind of would rather than have another Inspector, to be honest. Darvel, okay. I'm curious why they didn't just, I guess they didn't really want to do. Blade does feel awful. We will take this. The question is, do I just play 2 more Novice Inspectors? Alright, I think now what we do is we just go on the board more. We play the core Skyfisher, and then we pick up a planes, play the planes, and play another Novice Inspector. This is our problem. We're not drawing lands now, and we'll just do Lembas next turn. Like, we got blockers now. Like, now we can comfortably just block this with core Skyfisher, and we can triple block the Darvel. Probably what I would do is, in case they have a rally, I will just put 4 in front of like the Darvel, so at least we know it gets cooked. It can be pretty telling depending on what they attack with, really. If they attack with both and not the Walker, then that says, you know, that, but got 2 cards. If we draw some lands and they don't have the greatest draws here, then we're in a fine spot. But if they're just Thraben Charm, Dust to Dust, hey, there we are. Alright, we have to be pretty lucky to draw lands now. Can't really attack though. Have a couple turns. We can play a Novice Inspector still. What we'll do, we'll play that and pass. That's funny that they brought in the Dust to Dust as well. Because if we have a Dust to Dust, we can cook them pretty hard. I'm glad we at least drew a hand where we have all this extra stuff. We could be getting in with this core Skyfisher. Once we get a land, I think we're okay. I don't recruit. It is a 3-3. We can't really attack. Probably waiting for. Ugh. Yuff. We'll just pass. Maybe they will have us here. If they just draw like mono-ardent recruits off the top, and we don't draw a land, like a 1 and 3 in the deck, we've been through 12 cards and we've seen 2 land. Okay. I'm just gonna pass. This is this is garbage. They're probably thinking the same thing as well. I reckon they have a rally or something. It's Ornithopter. Let's block that at least. A pack beast would be a nightmare. Land. Oh no. Oh no. It's funny because they have some pretty rubbish draws as well. They can draw drums and stuff. Alright, so they still don't have a lot. I wonder if they have a Dust to Dust in their hand. Can't play that. We can't play any of this. Please, Magic Gods, can I have a Swamp, please? That's what I would like to see. I mean, they're drawing the threats. We might actually just lose this, to be honest. It's so funny that we were like, oh, we'll bring in Dust to Dust, and alas. It is unlikely that we haven't drawn another land. 15 cards in and seeing 2. I mean, it is a third of our decks. Still not attacking. I mean, Basilica's nice at least. It's probably our best form of the draw. And this land. Honestly, I'm probably just going to get rid of a Tithing Blade. Yes, I could have cut them. We have plenty of black pips. I think, honestly, I'm going to just Dust to Dust. Like, they're 2 lands or something like that. No, it doesn't do anything. It still keeps Metalcraft. I think we're just Grim Bulbuling. No, Grim Bulbuling doesn't do a lot either. Regarding voicing that. And getting another firebending lesson. That's a good one. They have to do it here as well. This cooks me, doesn't it? It is a good idea to do that. It's great use of great use of it. This just probably cooks us here. Which is unfortunate, really. We might be able to survive this. I mean, we can definitely survive it, but what's the best blockers here? So, I think because we're blocking that, and we're hitting these 2, we can Dust to Dust these 2, and then make these 1/1s. Block. I mean, maybe we just take 6. Hard choice. I want the Fisher to be stuck. I want that gone because I can make these 1/1. Block that and take 11. 13. We keep one of these. I think this is the best way to do it. It still feels like absolute carbo. We are on 5. Also, just playing an ambusher might be worth it. Oh, now the lands are rolling in. But double lands. I mean, if we double hit that, they can't really play anything else. These come off. Can't block that. It's just more if they draw anything specific. Or we hit that and we hit that. We better. Creature. Sorry, just thinking about it. It's very important to think about it. And just hope they don't draw anything specific. So we hit this, we hit that, and they have the artifact. I mean, I think we have to be lucky. Which is crazy. I think this was our game to win here. The other option was I could have attacked the Mukotai, but they were just so big and then our blocks get worse. At least now our Typing Blade's online if we want to use that. They draw a drum. Very awkward. Now we have to block, sadly. There's no ifs or buts about it. Block. We might just be cooked here now. We have 4 mana. Ball doesn't do anything. I think we're cooked here. Oh, no. We can't get rid of any more artifacts. Okay, Glinthawk. Bauble doesn't do anything, which is a good Typing Blade. And then that's that. If we could double the Typing Blade, if we had more lands, this is the issue we had the last game. Well, Lembis. Still not enough either. Not a land. Not deck. Nothing. I don't think anything gets us out of this. I think that was our out, was just them not having the artifact. The Mukotai would just make us to 5. Typing Blade. Typing Blade. Not enough. Maybe we could play this Mukotai out. 5. So I think they have me. Funny because Dusted Us would make these 2 1/1s, but then that still wouldn't do it actually. Balls enough. It is if they did draw a Springleaf Drum, we could play the Glinthawk, did something else there. Anything else worth it here? Drawing 2 cards doesn't think. Bauble. Now I think they got me. Hasara was a good card. I don't think we could have done anything about this. Every way I think about it, it's just cooked. Dawnbringer Cleric still doesn't do it. I guess we'll just do Lembas to see what we get. But we're pretty done here. Pretty done. There we go. Alright, GG's. Oh, on the bottom. GG's. Damn. Their Timely Dusted Us was exactly what they needed there. Alright, we're on the play. This sounds fine. That's what we want. That's what we want it to do on the box, you know what I mean? I think it's kind of tempting just to lead with a Goldmire Bridge. Reason being is we're going to Basilica anyway. Next turn we don't have any 1-drops, and then if we do draw a Refurbished Melee, we can go Ancient Den and play it. So I will just go Goldmire pass. Playing against Gates, which is a little bit scary. I think because of this now, of course Garfish is not here. So let's just play the Basilica, pick up the bridge, I think. Fine. Go. I think we'll just take a ham sandwich of, I mean, we can't get rid of that, that's for sure. That's for sure. Let me just play out the Oroku, to be honest. Play Lembas, because my experience is a bit annoying. I think we go land Oroku, just hard cast this bad boy. They could probably tap out, but I think if they want to play creature because they go, oh, we can just block it, then we can just go Tithing Blade it, and then play a tap land. Strands is a good card though. We're gonna bog that though. 100% gonna bog it. This is gonna be a long match. It's gonna be a very long match. Because that creature stuff doesn't really match in too well with what they're doing. Outlaw Medic. Okay, that's right. We can Tithing Blade that, and then we can just exile this stuff and draw a card. That's how I kind of want to win this game. Win this game. Getting rid of their stuff. Now let's attack to see if they... I mean, they might just activate the Prismatic Strange, which is fine. In which case, I want to keep this Jukabog in hand. They are using it. Okay. Fine. Let's just... You know what? Let's still just play out this Core Skyfisher and turn the blade. And just keep control of this battlefield, you know? We may as well not attack with that, that's for sure. This bog's going to be very advantageous, but of course they have, you know, Sacred Cats and what have you. Another modern age, okay. At least we can just Tithing Blade this Vector Glider, be on our merry way. I was worried about. We will still... I mean, let's just Tithing Blade first. As soon as it's going to sack the cat, we'll use this Pajuka Bog here. I don't want to use that just yet. Go Bog, play the Limbus, plus. Let's just make sure they're kind of too much fun. I want to keep all removal spells because I want this Oracle to come online. And I'm gonna. The beauty about Forever Charm is it says destroy target enchantment, so we can get around their Prismatic Strands by doing that. It's exactly what I want to do. Right, an Outlaw Medic. Another Outlaw. I think we're going to just do this Tithing Blade shenanigans for a little bit, I think. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. So, I mean, we can Thraven Charm one thing, Tithing Blade the other. Play Glenhawk. Let's return the Tithing Blade. Play the Tithing Blade. Problem is, it's a good card. Like, it just, I think now we just get rid of the other, and then they're going to draw and discard off that. Play. Then we can get this Oroku started. Let's just pass. And this Outlaw Medic is going to be a bit of a problem, I think. We could potentially block it. I'd rather block it with like a Glinthawk and a Novice especially. I think the life gain shenanigans is fine. Well, we just need a way to keep the board clear, which is going to be hard. They're playing a cat. Alright. Well, this blood type halves gets a lot worse. That's nice. Let us play this. Pick up the Tithing Blade. Play the Tithing Blade. On the cat. Might just be too hard to get through all this, to be honest. Oh god, I think we actually have to target that. Sounds crazy. But I think we have to get in with this Oroku to try and find something. More blinks. I mean, we just need 2 more blinks for this Tithing Blade to handle these 2 more creatures. I mean, I think we just block with this Glint Hawk. They're one card. Like, it's not unforeseen that we can. All right, that's good. Threadband Charm does the trick, so we can play that on one of the other creatures that they're going to play. If we draw anything else, but them having a gate is hard. As long as Oroku can stick around, that's what I care about. I think we're going to block one of this medic at least once here. It's very powerful. Hopefully they just don't have enough strands. I mean, they can't play it anyway if they want to play a second out. Do they have to choose to use this gate or not? I think they can't actually do the gate and the cat. They're doing Glory revealed. Well, we're gonna hit that. Throw this while we can. Let's attack with everything. Yes, they have a lot of cards in hand because Glory revealed. I mean, it makes way more sense to do something like that. Don't get me wrong. You just need to draw some good stuff, you know. That's good. So we can play this, play the other one. We still get rid of their other threats. All right, pass the turn, and then we can crack this clue token, draw another card. We're slowly. Oh, that's the problem. We need suffocating fumes now. That's what we need to draw. Goddamn. That's one way to not get our Orokus through. Yeah, they just play a bunch more. Yeah, they brainstorm them away. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, so much value. So much value. Yeah, just play them all out. Hopefully there's not another one here. Surely not another brainstorm. Surely not. This is hard. We can only blood heart so much. So in that case, we do bring in Arms of Hadar because it just, you know, once they have it all in play, it just knocks them all out. 3, 7, 9, 11. We almost have lethal in play as well. Like if we have an ambusher, if we draw an ambusher and a or whatchamacallit, we actually have lethal in play. Which is an important thing to recognize. Like if we just get rid of the cat, if we're able to just Thraben Charm the cat, we're in a good spot. Like we just fumes everything, and that's that. Like in their life link is enough. They have like mono cards in hand. So we almost have lethal here. So like you see, we could attack with everything. And then we could have I mean we attack with everything, they block. Mukatai 13. I think what we actually do is we can Mukatai. Yeah, we have refurbishment. So I think we actually Scything Blade here, then get rid of one thing. We attack with everything else. It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 11. I think it's fine. Trade off that. We could play the Scything after, I guess. They have to block that, and then we don't have 2, 4, 6, 8 with the Thraben Charm. Thraben Charm would have done it. Maybe. Definitely do this. I get like, do we want to just keep targeting this Refurbished Familiar again? Probably. Getting rid of some of their stuff's probably pretty important. Gaining some life is nice. That means we can take a hit from them. Not play this. Play the other one first. And this Glenhawk can just be thrown in front of whatever bus it needs to be thrown in front of. It's important to recognize that they're going to be having probably Prismatic Strands in hand now, but they discard. Yeah, Prismatic. Yeah. I think it's too hard to get rid of all their threats, to be honest. I mean, we've been through 3 Thraben Charms. We've Tarthing Bladed 4 times. Like, oh Christ, now they can do them on both. That's pretty good. Yeah. Just make it a 17-17. Oh, you're going to Thraben Charm? Alright, fair enough. I mean, that's the other thing as well, right? Like, you just have a removal spell. I just don't think we're winning any games where we're just going crazy. But we're not going crazy. Like, I think they're winning the long con there. I think we bring in the Arms of Hadar. This is where I wanted the Akibas. The Duresses are not too hot on. I actually like the Dawnbring Clerics because it gets rid of their Modern Ages, and also we can exile their whatchamacallit, their Prismatic Strands. Grim Bauble, I'm actually not too hot on. I think we take that out, to be honest. Suffocating Fumes I like, Arms of Hadar I like. Orokus, I think, are still important. I mean, we could cut some Tarthing Blades, to be honest. They're not that good. The fact that they can just get rid of everything is pretty good for them. What else? I don't want to keep everything else in. Probably cut like 1 Orc. I still want 2 in. I feel like it's such a good card. The fact that it can at least replace itself, and it becomes more of a problem as well. Slow. We mull this. This hand's good. I think we just put back a Thraben Inspector. Or we can actually go, what? Thraben Inspector and then Thraben Inspector Vault. So yeah, I think we actually get rid of... And then we can double do this refurbishment with the Glenhawk on the following turn. It's worth like this. The fact that we can double refurbish Familiar is very good. All these damn Squadron Hawk. Land. Play this novice. Look at the turn 2, refurbish Familiar. We can attack with everything next turn. And then get in with this beautiful one. There's the Sacred Cat. Right on time. Right on time. I think we're putting up a pretty good result considering. Let's just attack. They do own the card Counterspell, which is very good against us. Feels like that's what's here as well, because they didn't play the cat either. In which case, I'm kind of happy just cracking a clue. Let's just crack a clue, play this Basilica. I think we return this. The Volta Whispers, to be honest. Especially if they run Dust to Dust. Makes a little bit more proof against that. It's unlikely they're going to go plain Dust to Dust, but you know, it's the little things. Still an uphill battle. Not doing anything else. Suffocating Fumes is... Alright, let's just attack. This time around we will try and do the Glenhawk thing. They still haven't, I think they have a counterspell. But now at least we can play Glenhawk. And then we can crack a clue at least. It goes pear-shaped. Go Glenhawk. I mean, we knew that was coming. Let us just... We might draw... There's one of each. It's just the luck of the draw. I think technically what we'll do... Look, I'd rather play this Gold Knight Bridge out, so let's just crack this clue. It's more if we draw a Glenhawk, it makes it work. Punished. That's okay, we'll just do that next turn. It doesn't change the clock anyway. I mean, their hand's a lot slower than it was last game. There it is, the gate. The Basilisk Gate. And there's the Sacred Cat. I mean, we are just going to attack with everything. And then we'll just do the good old-fashioned... I think we actually Tarthing Blade it, to be honest. Let's just Glenhawk, try and bounce this Refurbished Familiar. Might have like a null or something like that. They might have a spell piece actually. Let's play this Starting Blade first. Still good, like them knocking off and getting a something to creature means they're playing in which case the gate definitely does do that. I think what we do is we suffocate him. No, I think we risk it for the biscuit and just say go. We fumes him in response. We kind of got to do it this turn, you know? Attack with 1, that's fine. But this is the cat and mouse. We have 3 lands, you know? They might feel pressured to actually just tap out. They are. So I wonder if they spell pierce. We just cast this. Alright, that was enough. That's good. I mean, we're still not out of this. They can just play another Sacred Cat. They can boost that next turn. Let's attack. And we just double do these damn refurbished familiars, I guess. Play a land, I guess. Play a land. Then we'll pass. See if they're feeling extra lucky. I mean, it's technically, if they go gate, it's like, well, they need another gate. Or, because we got 6, they'll be gaining 3 gate. They got another gate. Okay. I mean, they did the thing. Alright. Let's see if we can get through now. We're not blocking that. It's funny because an ambush actually probably does it for us. We will play this because if we do draw Arakiba, we can win. Use that. I want to try to win on this turn, that's all. Cut our ambushes. We just attack them down and then we play and just replay the Lembas, I guess. We could just replay this refurbishment. Let's attack anyway. I think now, yeah, look, I think just playing refurbished familiar over and over again is pretty good. If you want to tap out and do that, then that's fine. Playing Lembas is nice though. Now it's just, it could, the option there could be just doing the Lembas instead. Brainstorm. Alright, to get rid of their good cards here. I mean, I'll be shocked if I take this game off them, to be honest. It's a pretty, you know, tough one to beat. They get really good cards. Yeah. You can't not run refurbished really though in this economy. This tells me that they have another sacred, or they can just play that Sacred Cat. So I should have Lembist actually. I should have Lembist for like an Akiba game to try and get across the line. There's the gate, and then likely they're just going to be playing the other Sacred Cat. We got a 7, I have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Again, 1 off. I mean, we drew a Tithing Blade, that sorts it. Funny that Grim Bauble also sorts it. 4, 6. I mean, it might be worth just doing Raven Charm instead. Yeah, Journey's a good one. Definitely should have done the Lembas though, what I'm realizing. Raven Charm. Well, let's just attack with everything. Pass the turn. We will try and still Thrave and Charm the Sacred Cat because their way around it is using like Counterspell, which they've already used 2 of, or they're using Prismatic Strand, which means white doesn't do any damage this turn. They can also have Prismatic Strands in their hand, which is very good. Still do this. I don't have a Strands in bin. They might have an on. I mean, if it's the last 2 cards, it's pretty brutal. Okay, there we go. All right, game 3, boys. Game 3. I mean, the Tithing Blade still felt kind of fine. It means we needed to play a little bit faster. Maybe we do just keep them in, and cut some of the Dawnbringers because they're not as good. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're still good. It's a bit of a medley we're running now. Well, this is unplayable. Put this back. They mulligan the 6 as well. Oh, look, I think we actually keep this hand. It's not that fun. I think we just get rid of a Lembis. On the play. It's a slow hand though, it's the problem. We'll play Goldmire Pass. Hopefully they just play like their Field Medic or something like that. Like nothing of the sorts. We will play out we'll go Swamp Lembis, I think. They don't have a Spell Pierce. We'll bottom that. Jesus, that's gone away for a long time. Alright, I'll suspect this nice. So we can next turn I'm probably still play the Glint Hawk and return the Lembis and then play the Lembis again. Or they do that. I was worried about that. Well, now we don't do anything. We just play a tap. Let's go. Dust to Dust is a good card. Very good card. Very good card. Alright, Outlaw Medic. Also a good card. We will still, they've got 3 cards in hand, so I think what we do is we play this. I think we Blood Tithe. We can relatively control the board if they don't have a counterspell here. Otherwise, we're just going to do have a counterspell. Pretty good for them. We can gain a bunch of life. At least we can Thrave and Charm that next turn. If they can just attack this Novice Inspect in, they're not going to play anything too crazy. I can work with 2 cards in hand. And by doing this, just to gain life, it's a 5/7. But we can get rid of that, you know? Not take anything from that, mate. You can have that damage. I just want to try and control the board a little bit before I go crazy. Let's attack. I'm going to play this Oroku. Use the creature. Take an untap. But that's okay. We'll play this. What did I? Sorry, I will play the creature that I picked up. I will play literally the Novice because that's what I picked up. And then next turn we can play like another Thraven Spectre, and then we can just hit that with the Thraven Charm, probably on their turn as well. One made. That's a good hit, don't get me wrong. But if they're tapping out here and just going Outlaw Medic, I am just going to target the Outlaw Medic. Another Outlaw Medic. Okay. Kind of fine, because at least we can keep this Thraben Charm back for whatever. Ooh, keep a gang. You're good, but I can't do anything about you right now. I'm going to discard the last. We keep the Thraben Charm around. I think we just play another Thraben Spectre, like a clue, pass. If we're able to attack with both our creatures and play an Akiba, I'm kind of happy with that as well. They really have nothing left in their hand. I will target that. Resolve, say. I probably should have just cracked a clue in their turn. Or cracked a clue in our turn to try and hit another land or something like that. Weirdly lining up okay. I think now we're attacking with everything. They don't want to block the Oroku, and then we're ninjutsuing the Shinobi in, which sounds absolutely insane. But we can take like 5 damage from them. With that, they don't have strands in there. Turn this Novice Inspector again. One never expects the ninja. They lost their last creature, and then they're not doing that thing. And then hopefully we can Tithing Blade, Glint Hawk. Maybe we draw another land. That was huge. That was a huge turn. The rats are doing it. The rats are doing it. Let's go. All right. I'm a little bit worried about these. It makes the Tithing Blade so much worse. So much worse, dude. The pass. Suffocating Fumes is good. I think we attack with the Akiba Gang again. And then we Tithe. And then we... I want to save. I think we attack with the Akiba Gang. That's fine. Let's play this. Try and get them to remove that. Play the Glint Hawk, play a Thraven Inspector, pass. Honestly, just want to counterspell it. Like, look, I'm kind of into just cracking a clue here, to be honest. We just pass and crack a clue on their turn. Play the Thraven Charm. Make them think we have a Thraven Charm. Hopefully they don't draw a Brainstorm. I mean, the Scorpion Hawk was an excellent draw. They just got fodder. But do they really want to go Buzzless Gate into the Squadron Hawk? Whee! That's good. That might be too good. Can't do anything against that. That might be an... I don't need have Arms of Fadar either. Did we bring it in? I mean, we did. We can somehow do it like that, I guess. I think we just play out. Let's crack a clue first with these tubes. Basilica. Play another one of these. And again, I think we just crack a clue. Oh, sorry. They know we have the Novice Inspector. We played the Novice Inspector. Pass. All right. We've been through 2 Tithing Blades. We essentially need to find another Tithing Blade, which I might not have, because I think we keep them all in. We did keep them all in. Okay, so we need to kind of like Suffocating Fumes. I mean, it's just 2-turn clock, right? Like, we need to literally find a Tithing Blade in this draw step, otherwise we're cooked. And they'll likely have a counter spell. That's fine. They can play that, but again, we're okay. We got the Fumes. We need another Tithing Blade in the top, whatever. That is not it. Either. I don't think we can win from here now. We just crack. Skyfish to it. Play a Basilica and just pick up a Swamp. It came for 7. I guess what we can do is we just oh, I got to discard. Oopsie, oopsie. It should be the Golden Bridge, sorry, but it literally play a game. We're cooked. Okay, we're cooked. GG's. Couldn't do anything about that. It was close though. It was very close. We could have essentially, if they didn't draw a gate, we could have just gone start getting fumes, get rid of those, and then tried to draw a Typhing Blade, which we weren't going to draw anyway. Alright, so we are on the draw. This hand is a little bit slow, but I think we keep it anyway. Ways to gain life. We've got the Foot Headquarters, we've got the Typhing Blade, and then plot up the Glint Hawk, and then hopefully take it from there. Oh yeah? Elves? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. If they have a mountain or a forest in the thermo class, we are in dire straits. We have to play this white source though, so we can actually play a spell next turn. Hopefully they just go land, repurpose or something like that, and at least we can use like a Typhing Blade thermo class. No Jewel Thief. Okay, that's fine. Typhing Blade works really well here. It's just like red-green monsters, and sometimes they run like that land stuff, you know, going on the land. So we can just go Typhing Blade. And then next turn, I mean, I'm hoping we just draw land so then we can go Glint Hawk, return Typhing Blade, play Typhing Blade. Otherwise, just playing like Glint Hawk is just kind of like a little bit sadder. And also, if they have Chrysalis, it's like, yeah. We definitely got rid of more of our like removal, these kinds of decks. Say goodbye. Okay. Might be a little bit hard to get through. Lembus. I think we actually Lembus to try and hit a. To be honest, that's good. That's not a land. All right, we just pass. A little bit unlucky there. I think probably from my learnings with this deck is that I think we need to run more lands. Maybe just like 2 more lands. It's just so mana hungry. So mana hungry. Yeah, they're just monsters. The problem is these, like the only way we can really get through to these is if we, so we've got 1, 2, so we'll play Thraven Inspector and then we'll play Refurbished Familiar. But really it's going to be a bit of an uphill battle. We're not drawing, this is the same issue we've run in with the other deck, with the other, it's the mono white aggro deck, is that we just didn't draw a 3rd land and then we just done after that. We can't hit with these Orokus when they have Wrathing Chrysalis. I mean, this is all they have. That's the thing. This is what's on the board is what you get. They attack with Chrysalis, then we get the Refurbished Familiar back. Unless they play another one. Or they're playing a Colossus. Boarding Party. Okay, into you meet in the tavern. And it's good if they want to overrun. It's pretty good. Very worth it to overrun. Make everything a 2-2. Oh no, they can refill. It's probably better just to refill, to be honest. That was a huge hit. Benji kind of Nyxborn Arbor Elf. They got 4 out of 5 hits there. That's very good. Damn. I think we just high rolled here. Pathway doesn't really do much. Take this, to be honest. You're just like mega cooked. I think if we draw like an untapped land, like what does that leave us? We could land what? Pathing Blade doesn't do anything here. Yeah, honestly, we just cooked. They got us. They got us good. Play like the Mukotai and then replay the block that, go to 9. It's still lethal. It's crazy. Stormbringers can be good to hit those enchantments early. Arms of Fadar not that good. I don't mind their keeper games just to get somewhere. Our Cybor's not really designed for their deck. The ambushes are as good. Leonardo's kind of nice. Suffocating Fumes thing we keep in for all those tokens. Grim Baubles are not good. But we need more of those cast downs. I guess we could try and dress to slow them down a smidge. Get the meat in the taverns and like their Focus Brawls. When we're on the play, we do the Dawnbringer Cleric. Not as hot on that though for this. Let's just run like this. I think probably on hindsight, we probably should have cut some of these Dawnbringer Clerics. Anyway, on the play. Yeah, look, I like this. We just go tap lands and say go. And yeah, just obviously playing like an Inspector or something like that. I think now we Typhon Blade. It does look so crap that we kept these ones in, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. And next turn we can play Inspector into Familiar. We're all in close games. My leagues always go for so long because it's always going to game 3s. Except for the first one. Take a Wildling. At least a little bit slower this time around. Again, we're in that spot where if we don't draw another land, okay, that's good. Play this. Play the Refurbished Familiar first. I think we play Core Skyfish to pick it up. I ideally want to play this Refurbished Familiar like 3 times. So play this, pick it up with Core Skyfisher. We attack with, we play the Refurbished Familiar next turn, and then we attack the Core Skyfisher, pick up the Oroku, play the Oroku, pick up the Core Skyfisher. And next turn, following turn, we'll play the Core Skyfisher again, pick up Refurbished Familiar, play it again. Hopefully that's some level of like enough. We get 1, 2, 3. I mean, also they could just drop a Chrysalis here. Is hard for our deck to deal with. They did not. They drew a mountain though? Oh, no, they played a forest. Alright, I thought. Okay, let's attack first. I'd rather get this Oroku down. And then we can just play Refurbished Familiar. That's going to be our turn anyway. The Oroku cast. In for 3, hopefully. They're bolting it. Fiery Cannonade. Right on. Right on. Okay. I guess that's fine. We'll play this. It is good against us. Hits like a lot of our creatures except for Skyfisher. Got another card. Very hard to choose. Avenging Hunter. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, they can really go land Avenging Hunter. That's probably not that good. Let's just attack. They do. Likely just going to be picking up the Familiar and recasting it. They got 2 cards left in their hand. I think that's where we're at. We pick that up, play the Familiar again. Problem is they can just draw a creature that's very like outclasses us. Okay, boarding party. So they must have like maybe another boarding party in their hand. So they have 2 boarding parties. Right, let's see what you get. Nixborn Hydra is not a good one because 0/1 with reach. They can crack him for 6 because we can just play that's fine. We can crack it for 6. I feel like our clock's going to be a lot better in a second anyway. We've got 0 cards now, so draw land. Glint is nice. I think we do Glint Refurbished Familiar, draw a card. Let's attack first anyway for 4. See where Typhon Blade can be good though. Like it, you know, obviously not here because I just get rid of that next one. But they're just blocking that. Okay. In that case, I actually kind of want to. I'd rather just Glint Hawk, return the Typhon Blade, play the Typhon Blade, get rid of this boarding party now. And then we have just like a bunch of flyers. You know, and if we draw another. If they don't draw a Chrysalis, the Chrysalis is the problem child here. If they draw a Chrysalis, we need to quickly draw a Thraven Charm. Pet Repurpose is fine. Then we've got 6 in the air. Like essentially, it's 3-turn clock, but I feel like we can improve that pretty quickly. Let's just attack. I'm gonna leave with Lembas because if we draw a Glint Hawk, I definitely want to be able to play this Refurbished Familiar again. It's just free to draw cards with 1 mana than 2 cards. Lembas. That's good because now we can go land and we can play everything, and then whatever they don't block, Leonardo should be able to finish the job. Will I have opponent? Well, it's not. I have 2 more cards in hand. No matter what Leonardo is coming in for 6. We have Cannonade, I guess. Let's just play this first. It feels like it's going to be a Cannonade. Good draw if it is. Isis Forest. We will play Turf Inspector. And then we just attack with everything. Everything. Two, 4, 6, 8, yeah, but yeah. I guess because it's technically not lethal. Cheaper. Okay, bada bing, bada boom. Alright. I'm back on the board. See, sorry these leagues go for forever. It's just what I do. Let's bring in this extra duress. Maybe cut a Tithing Blade on the draw. See how this goes. Like my Akiba gangs. So good, these rats. Okay. This hand is a bit clunky. I actually don't know if we keep it. Good land, and that's it. We just play Basilica. We play Basilica, and then they go pass. Mexi Mullet. This hand's better. Keep this. That's all good, to be honest. I think we just bottom. Sadly, I think we bottom a land because we got the Lembas. We can do 2. No, we can go turn 2 away with the foot headquarters. But it's more like if they go Forest Utopia Sprawl, we can't Forever Charm because we're on the draw. They mull to 5. That's rough. Oh, I like the idea of us keeping this Refurbished Familiar around. Sure. It's how the deck goes sometimes. They can still absolutely cook us, don't get me wrong. Their decks, like, is absolutely absurd sometimes, where they can just cascade into, like, the most broken stuff. And they can still go, like, yeah, Wild Growth, and then they got 3 cards in hand, but they can literally draw, like, a Thermoclast, and just go Forest, destroy a land. GG's, you know? But if they kept a sketchy one with land, we can honestly... At least they can't Chrysalis us here. Okay. So here is where, I mean, they might be able to play like a repurposer. I might Raven Charm their Utopia Sprawl. They don't have red, so they can't play Chrysalis against them. Which is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it right now. Destroy target enchantment. Target you there, my boy. You can cook us a couple turns with this repurposer, and then hopefully, honestly, I might even target that Wild Growth with the other one, to be honest. Next turn, I wouldn't mind playing. I mean, probably we just keep it around. We'll keep the Forbidden Charm in for like a red source, I think, is what we will do. But, you know, 4 mana. 4 mana what? Meet in a tavern, and that's pretty good. Hits creatures, it does. Definitely hits creatures. That's rough. See, I mean, that's the other card. Like, sometimes it hits a crap ton of stuff, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't. Alright, let's play this Raven Inspector. Let's play this Refurbished Familiar. Two cards in hand. We know one's a Nyx Spawn. I reckon they might have a Chrysalis. Not doing next one attacking. I might just want to play this next one as it is. I might use a Suffocating Fume. Good. Can we draw like an Oroku or something? We need to get on the board here. Let's just play this Limbus first and see if we hit anything good. Bottom that. We don't want that. Another stuff. Got a Hydra. I think we attack. Oh, it's got Vigilant Trample. Sorry, it does. I think we actually just want to use this now. Sorry. Apologies. Should not attack with that. We just get rid of that. Got Vigilance anyway. We need to get rid of it to do stuff. These Suffocating Fumes are likely going to be cycled, but we'll crack the clue first because that is the same thing as the cycling. Things I want to draw. Graven Charms, Glint Hawk. I think Glint Hawk would be nice. And well, Core Skyfish has more toughness. Maybe a Core Skyfisher. There you are. Yeah, I thought that one was just hanging around there. Three. Alright. We do need to draw something now. It's a very bizarre kind of events here. I think what we do to crack a clue, because we need to go Tithing Blade. Yeah, that's not too bad. Sadly, we are going to just pick up probably this Volatile Whispers. I mean, they're just going to be sacking that Repurposer. We're probably going to be sacking this Limbus to gain some life and step, because we're going to be using all the mana next turn. Draw anything else. Another Chrysalis would be cooked. Is that another Chrysalis? Or is it Boarding Party? No, it can't be Boarding. No, there is one red. 4, 5. Oh, right. One of these ones. One of these ones. Can we just sack this game life? He's taking 9. We could just block that out. Our Thraven Charms get a lot worse. Block that out. I think maybe we do actually. And try and find another way to deal with this Chrysalis. I think that the Tithing Blade is a good way to deal with it if we draw a Glint Hawk or Core Skyfisher. Draw an Oroku, it's not as good though. Double Tithing Blade. That's good. We're not dead. Do this. Suffocating Fumes. They got to sacrifice them, otherwise they won't get it. Yeah, you sacrifice. And then we'll Tithing Blade. Fun if we had like one more land in play, we could just double Tithing Blade to handle it all. Obviously, they just cook this one. And then if we fade a land here, we're in Gravy Town. If it's anything else though, we're not in Gravy Town. We are not. Yes, I think they just get rid of the dragon here, and then what we have to remember here as well is we still have to win this game even if we stabilize from here. So it's a bit how's your father, that's for sure. Maybe we just win with these Tithing Blades. We just craft them both and take it from there. See, they could just draw a Boarding Party or a Fiery Cannonade, you know, but We're gonna find out what they have. If it's literally a ham sandwich, we're in trouble. Not a creature. Okay. Let's Tithing Blade here. I actually just want to cycle this. Doesn't do much now. Well, maybe it actually does because we actually have the Tithing Blades. Let's play this Course Fisher. Let's just pick up a Tithing Blade, eh? We're on 4. We're on 4. I think we're crafting these Tithing Blades. It's hilarious. Pass the turn. The plan is to attack for 2, bring in the Oroku, and play a Tithing Blade again. There's a Jewel Thief. There it is. Literally, boarding party cooks us here as well. It's so funny. Okay, so we have to make them sacrifice that. Then we'll Oroku, and then we'll bring back the Core Skyfish. We'll attack with the Core Skyfish. We'll play the Oroku. At least we've stabilized, unless they draw a boarding party. And that's what I mean with their deck. Like it literally depends on what they draw. They can draw literally Lightning Bolt, and we're just cooked. Do you know what I mean? Draw a card. We're just playing this again, picking up. You pass the turn. Like they can also just play Wrathing Crystals here and we're cooked. Maybe we should have gotten rid of that Suffocating Fumes. Okay. Nothing. Nothing. Good for us. Okay, let's attack. We are gonna play this Lembis. Draw a card, we go to 2. Do you actually want to do that? It's actually a terrible draw. I think we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. We can go Lembis or Skyfisher, pick up Lembis. That's just better, right? We'll play Lembis. Maybe hit a land and play this Grave Inspector. That's not too bad. We'll down on top. Play you. Got an outer sword. We have a boarding party. I think we're drawing a card anyway, so I think we have to just Ricky for the biggie. We've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and be 10. Let's pick up the Tithing Blade. Play this so we have lethal. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 10. And then, yeah, we can just, depending on what they draw, we can just Tithing Blade them. They Lightning Bolt us, they Lightning Bolt us, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. They can also Outersaw into Avenging Hunter. That's why oh, they can't Outersaw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have Xaxes in play. That's what we have. And the Duress is handy because at least if they drew a Cannonade, we can Duress first. Is Cannonade then cooked? We keep back a Core Skyfisher. Let's just go Duress, target you. See what it is. It's Cannonade, then it is Cannonade. Ancient Grudge. Sure. Ancient Grudge means we don't win on the spot here. We will obviously attack with everything. And then we'll play Glint Hawk. Pick up Lembis, play Lembis. We go to 1. Headquarters can't pass actually. Play Glint Hawk. We'll try and pick up this Lembis. As we will Lembis. Okay, Lembis. I'll take any creatures at this point now. They can Cannonade us. Alright, we're actually just gonna play that now and pick up this Lembis. Because now if they go boarding party they can win. Got this. Pass the turn opponent. At least now we have a block for whatever. The land for the Altasaur. There we go. Alright, we made our money back. There we go. So just a quick wrap up here. So this was the deck. Look, I really like this deck. I liked how the rats worked, how they talk to each other, you know what I mean? Things that would change is we need to run more lands. I probably want to... Well, what do I really want to cut here? It's difficult. I probably just want to cut down to like... maybe just cut a Novice Inspector and then put in a land, I think is probably the play. You could maybe move one Ambusher over to the sideboard, the Mukotai Ambusher, and then put another land in. I think 22 lands is where we need to sit. I just feel it's... Yeah, we lost some games where we shouldn't have lost because we just didn't draw a land. Especially it's that mono white aggro list. Like... we're just unlucky. Sideboard wise, I would cut some Dawnbringer Clerics. I think because the Mukotai ambushes are kind of enough anyway. Dust to Dust is fine, but I think we need more lands for that. Especially with the Akiba against Shinobi, we need a couple more lands. The Juris's are fine. I probably want to cut like 2 Dawnbringer Clerics, put in like maybe 2 cast downs. You cut like 1 Dust to Dust and bring in like a Nile Spellbomb. I think we need some extra graveyard shenanigans here and there. And I think that's probably about it. Our deck is normally pretty well positioned against creature decks, and I think building the sideboard, we put a little bit too much in for the creature deck. So anyway, this was the deck. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one.